Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pyro with Team ESG, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at a game called FTL, or Faster Than Light. It's a fun game, permadeath, indie game. I do like what I've seen so far. The music is good. The idea behind the game is good. It can just be kind of difficult, so it is what it is. No big deal. We're going to jump in here so you can kind of get a feel for what's going on. So here's the layout of the ship. You can see you got a couple of crewmates in here. You can see the different weapon systems and things like that are going on. All good stuff. Here's the crewmates you're going to start with. There's not much on this, on this menu that you need to know anything about for right now. When we get into the game, you'll get a better idea of it. So as you can see here, your mission, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the Rebel fleet can catch up. So, in this game, basically what you're doing is you are a ship, and you are moving from sector to sector. You're in a Rebel territory, and basically you're trying to make your way back to the Federation. The entire time, the Rebels are on your heels, trying to destroy you and keep you from giving the Federation the vital documents that you have. So that's essentially what the game is about to start with. And this is pretty much how you start. So you got a couple of crew members. They're in there working on your ship. You got a couple of weapon systems. I'll go into them more as we actually start playing the game. First thing that we've got to do, though, is we're at this sector here. We're going to jump into another sector. Obviously, there's a distress beacon here. Somebody might need help. It also could be a trap. There's a lot of things that go on in this game, and the game kind of toys with you a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. That's part of what makes it fun. But it can also be frustrating. So let's see what we got at this distress beacon. Is it real? Okay, so your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You're being targeted by a nearby ship. So it was a trap, obviously. So this is a pirate ship. Pirates put out a distress beacon, and now they want to murder you. That's pretty much where we're at right now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have to try and destroy the ship. As you can see, I paused the game real quick, which is a nice feature. It'll allow me to kind of set myself up tactically to hopefully win this battle. So I'm going to power off my medbay because I don't have anybody sick right now. I'm going to put some extra power to the engines, and what that'll do is that'll give me a little bit more evasion when they're trying to fire at me. Hopefully they'll miss some of their shots. Now I'm going to target their ship and see what I can do to hurt them. So the two areas that I'm going to target to start with are going to be weapons and shields. And we'll kind of hope that, basically if you disable their shields, it gets rid of this bubble, and then your lasers can just have their way with the ship and just tear it to pieces. But they can also do the same thing to you, which is exactly what they're going to try to do. Now, we just hit them very briefly, but it was two direct hits, as you can see here. So they got really messed up with our first salvo, and now they want to surrender. So if we take their surrender, they'll give us 3 fuel. They give us 1 drone part, and they're going to give us 8 gear parts. So since they damaged my engines already, I'm going to go ahead and accept their offer. I'm going to let my people repair the ship, and then I got to power the medbay back up. And I'm going to send my engineer here, after he's finished fixing that up, over to the medbay to get checked out, because you can see he took a little bit of damage. So as you go through the game, the people working in the different places, your pilot, he'll get better at being a pilot, and hence he will pilot the ship more effectively, things like that. So that's kind of cool, how they set the whole thing up. Same thing with weapons, same thing with the engines. As people get better, they will do better for you in the positions that they're in. So put some power back into the engines. We're going to jump to the next sector, see what's going on. So we got another distress beacon here. Let's see what's happening. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, ask them what's wrong. They say they're being overrun by some sort of giant spiders. Okay, so I could send the crew to help. The thing is, though, if I do this, I'm probably going to lose one of my crew members, and right now I only have 3, so it's not really worth it for me, so I'm just going to leave it and move and jump to the next area. It's just not worth it, man. So you see we got a store here, which is cool because that's where we can go and buy, new new stuff for our ship, repair our ship, things like that. But I don't really have a lot of money. Scrap is the currency of the game. There are only 2 ships within range, and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them has the marking as a space pirate. So I'm going to go ahead and aid the civilian ship. They're definitely engaged in a battle with this pirate ship here. So once again, going to target weapons and shields. And we'll see what happens. They're probably going to strike first. Their weapons were already hot. Yep. Alright, so they blew my ship up, and now there's a fire in the engine room, as you can see. My engineer's working on it, but I've also been able to completely disable their shields and their weapons. So right now, they're scrambling to try and fix that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to target a different area of the ship just to kind of create pandemonium inside. Eventually, I'll get upgraded sensors. You'll actually be able to see their crew inside their ships scrambling around when something like this happens, which is pretty cool, because then you know where to target. Alright, so one more shot from the laser is going to take this ship down. We got the fire under control here. My guys, there goes their ship. Alright, so now what happens here is the pirate ship broke apart, so they gave me some fuel. Got some drone parts, which I'll be able to use later on. And I got some scrap, which is good. I contact the civilians. And let's see here. Oh, they're offering to, one of them's offering to join my crew. So this is huge because the more, crew you have, the better. Because then you're able to check out other areas. So one thing you want to check out when a new member comes to the crew is, do they have any special skills? And this guy just kind of looks, I mean, he's a little stronger than some of the other guys, but otherwise nothing much going on. So I'm going to take him and actually put him in the shields room. This will allow my shields to charge a little bit faster. And we'll go from there. Alex did get injured in the fighting, my engineer. So I'm going to send him up. Excuse me. I'm going to send him up, let him get healed up, and then we'll get ourselves back underway. And I'm going to save crew positions. That way, in case I'm scattered, every once in a while you will get boarded. You know, the enemies are going to transfer over onto your ship, and you have to fight them in hand-to-hand combat, that's going to be really good for this guy because he's a rock beast, so he's got more hit points than the humans do. But when you do that, you have to grab a couple of them usually and try to overpower the other team, and then you can use these buttons to send them back to their stations really quickly after that's done. All right, so I've got a little scrap, but it's really not enough to do anything at the store yet. I might be able to make something happen here if I get lucky and there's something going on. Let's see, you arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint life signatures on board. So I'm going to board the station and look for survivors. It could be a trap. And let's see. Human corpses are scattered across the station. You find the source of the signal. It's a lone survivor. Locked themselves in a storage closet. Alright, so I took them out. I got some scrap, and I got another crew member. Which, like I said before, the more crew members, the better. So this guy doesn't have any special skills either. But I'll be able to put him in my sensor room. And now we'll be able to see what the enemy ship is doing, or enemy ships are doing when we're playing in the future, which is really nice. Now I got 42 scrap, so I am going to visit the store and just kind of see what they have. Probably won't be able to afford much. It'd be nice if I could have gotten this drone control, because that'll allow me to have drones on my ship. But I just don't have the money for it right now. So let's see, long-range scanners, additional information. That can be good. You kind of know what you're walking into before you get there. It's not crucial. And we got some nice weapons here, but I can't afford any of them, so. Have anything to sell? No. So what I'm going to do is just basically fix my hull and then stock up on fuel. I usually like to have 20 fuel. And I've got 6 missiles. Usually like to have at least 12, but early in the game resources are scarce, so I'm just going to pick up 1 for now. we'll kind of see what happens as we move forward. I'm going to add an extra power bar to my ship. This will allow me to fully power all my ship systems. My engines will give me a little extra evasion the next time I'm in a fight. That's somewhat helpful. And I could exit to the next realm, or I could try and keep exploring the areas. I'm trying to think here. See, if I had a connector from here to take me back to the exit, I would do that, but I don't, so I'm just going to go to the exit. Now I'm being offered to, have the damage on my space station fixed, but I don't need it. Okay, so this is the sector map, and as you can see, civilian, green, red, hostile, purple, nebula. The big differences being that if you are in a green section, there's a lot more friendly faces there. Red means you're going to get a lot more battles, and the purple ones are unknown. Probably going to get a lot of asteroid fields and nebula, which will kill your sensors. So I'm going to go into the rebel-controlled system and see if I can squeeze my way through here without getting into too many fights, or at least being able to pick my fights. So we got a distress beacon here, but I'm going to move up here first just to see, maybe I'll get lucky and find something. An automated scout. If you have to fight something, excuse me. This is one of the best things to fight because there's nobody on board repairing, but they always have drones, and drones are a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do first is target their weapons. And hopefully that'll be enough to shut this ship down. Come on, laser. Alright, so I destroyed their weapons. So now this drone's going to attack, but they don't have any weapons. So unless they have a drone bot on there that's automated to fix those weapons, they're not really going to be able to do any effective damage to me. So I'm going to take one more shot at the weapon. It doesn't look like they're repairing them. And yeah, they're definitely not. So I'm going to move on to the drones, and that'll stop this guy if I damage the drone systems. And you see how he stops now. So now I'm just going to target their weapons again, because now their drones are fixed, as you can see. So they do have a repair bot of some kind on the ship. Or they just have some kind of, automatic repair mechanism. I'm not sure which, but because I don't see anything moving around their ship. But with anything automated, they've always got automated systems on there that you don't really know anything about until you destroy them. There we go. Boom. Ship down, got some gas, got some drone parts, got a nice chunk of scrap there. Nice chunk of scrap. Alright, so let's check out this distress beacon. I usually like to go to a location like this, which has a bunch of different options. See, if I go here, I've pretty much just got one option moving forward, but then it opens up. So distress beacons, you just kind of never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get really lucky. Sometimes you get nothing. So like with this one, you follow to a tiny asteroid belt, you find a small strip struggling to maneuver through the field. So I'm going to hail them, and I'm going to see what they need. Their shields are down, they're not going to last. So I'm going to try to extend my shield to help them. You try your best, but they got hit, their ship broke apart, and we take the scrap that's left of their ship. So it's unfortunate for them, but we did get some scrap out of it. So what are you going to do? We tried to help them. Nothing we can do about it. And so let's continue to move forward. Alright, so you spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. Does not seem to want to engage you in your ship. Sometimes this can be a trap. You think the ship's just a transport ship, but then it turns out to have really good weapons on it. But the thing is, if you do destroy these transport ships, you get a lot of stuff. So we're going to weigh the risk-reward and just say, screw it, we're going to go after them. So you see how we can see where their people are located. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit their systems. They're trying to charge up their FTL, so I'm going to hit their engines, and I'm going to hit their weapons. And hopefully I'll be able to hit them quick enough and hard enough that they won't be able to get away. The problem is they've pretty much got the same weaponry that I do, so they're going to be able to do damage to my ship as well. As you can see, they hit my pilot, but I really messed their ship up. I put a hole in their hull, and their engines are gone. And I'm going to hit them again in that same section and destroy their weapons. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on another area of the ship, and this will just get them scrambling around. So right now, they're trying as hard as they can to repair weapons and shields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack their shield systems, and hopefully this will pull them off one and back onto another. So they got their weapons back up, but now their shields are down. So my next salvo is going to destroy this ship. And they did do some damage to me, but I'm clearly going to win the encounter. And there goes their ship. Nice. Another burst laser. So I have a Mark II burst laser. This is Mark III. So it's just going to be better than the laser I have. And I've got some scrap. So, one of my guys did get hurt in the blast. My pilot, the cockpit took a direct hit. So I'm going to send him out there, get himself fixed. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to take a look at the new laser I just acquired. So it requires 4 power. This one requires 2. The only issue that I'm running into here is the fact that I don't have enough power to power this laser yet. So in order for me to power this laser, I'll need to upgrade the weapon systems. And I'll need to get more power into my reactor in order to fully power the burst laser. But since it is such a powerful laser, it's definitely worth it. I just don't have a ton of scrap right now to upgrade everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit tight and not spend the scrap until I know I can do the full upgrade. So it's probably going to cost me somewhere around 100 scrap, I would say, to get that weapon operational, up and running. If you spend it before, I'm not saying that you can't. It's just you might find a shop and you might be able to work out a better deal if you sell maybe one of the older weapons or do some other things. A lot of times in this game, what's basically happened to me is, I've thought, okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do, and I go ahead and purchase, a few of the reactor upgrades, and then I've got 2 or 3 extra energy here, but I don't have enough to put it into this weapon yet. And then I hit a shop, and the shop has exactly what I need, but I've already spent it, so I can't buy what I need. So I just save it now until I'm ready to make the full upgrade. You see, like, there's a store right here. Let me go here first, though, and see if... actually, I'll probably take this route. 1, 2, 3. Alright, you arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Let's do it. Great, I was worried no one would respond. My usual carrier is days late. I need you to deliver this cargo of drone parts to a small station. The chute jumps from here. Can't afford to pay another carrier, but they will surely tip you generously, so I'm going to say alright. Now he's giving me some drone parts to transport. And then when I look back at my map, that's where it needs to go. It's a pretty simple, hopefully it's a simple mission, but there could be somebody lying in wait here, you don't know. So you arrive, you're supposed to deliver drone parts. You find the research station, discover it's putting out a distress signal. Naturally. So I could go on to the station and see what the problem is. Probably going to lose one of my crew members. They're going to die while they do this, but since I have extra crew, I'm going to do it. Oh, maybe not. So you dock with the station, see a frantic person banging on the airlock door. Once inside, he drops to the floor saying, "My friends, they've gone insane, they're coming." You hand him a blaster and turn to see a number of people charging forward to the ship. So it looks like I got an extra person on my ship, but now I have to go and fight. So this is essentially what happens. So the major bonus to fighting in the medbay, and I'm happy that they went here, as you can see, my characters are healing as they fight. So this is where you want to bring every fight if possible when you're playing this game. Most of the time they'll actually end up attacking back here or in one of the airlocks. But if they attack you and you can get them in the medbay, you will kill all of them and no damage to your crew. So it's a bonus. Alright, put that guy there. Debbie, What is Debbie? A computer? I don't know what the hell Debbie is. Anyway, I'll put her there. I'll return everybody else to their stations. So this worked out okay. So I got some extra drone parts, which I can sell if I'm not going to use them or trade. Or if I'm lucky and I get actually a drone system, I can input the drone system, which will go here, and then I'll be able to use that in the future to help repair my ship, to help defend my ship, a bunch of different stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to get one I can show you guys. So let's see here. So I'm going to travel here, and then I'll probably backtrack one. As you can see, the rebels are moving into position. So I've still got some time. So let's see, upon arriving at the beacon, you detect a distress call. Local scans reveal that a Federation transport is under attack from the rebels. We are Federation, and we aid our people. So here we are. You power up your weapons, engage. Alright, so on this ship, once again, we can see where everybody is. This is a typical layout. Once again, I'm just going to do... They're not trying to run, so I'm actually going to target their weapons and shields first. And then we'll modify our tactics based on what they're doing. But I have a tremendous advantage right now because I have 6 crewmen, and they only have 3. Alright, so as you can see, direct hit on both systems. Weapons have been completely disabled. Shields are down. So now what I'm going to do to really make them scramble is I'm going to attack 2 other areas. But since I'm running out of missiles, I'm just going to attack my laser. And let's see here. I am going to actually hit the O2. When you hit an O2 on a ship with life forms, they lose their minds. Rightly so, because they're suffocating. So let's see what happens here. Boom, boom, boom. Now see, number 1 priority becomes, oh look at this. So now there's fire in here and O2 is down. So they're now just basically suffocating. If they don't get that room fixed, they're all gonna die. This guy's almost dead. Their pilot's almost dead. Everybody's trying to fix the O2, which I get, but I'm going to keep hitting it. Done. So it's all about knowing the weaknesses of the ship that you're facing, exposing them, and hopefully being able to overcome what's going on. So with that kill, I got 2 fuel, another drone part, and a nice amount of scrap. I'm going to contact the ship. They look to be on the verge of destruction, so I'm going to try and get them out of there. The majority of the crew didn't survive. The sole survivor offers to join my crew and helps me strip the other ship. So now I got 2 more missiles, I got more drone parts, and I got another crew member. This is the most crew members I've ever had on any playthrough this early in the game. I mean, this is ridiculous, the amount of crew members I have. So what I'm going to do with this guy, because does he have any special skills? No. He doesn't have any special skills. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I am going to put him in O2 in case we get attacked there. He'll be able to figure that out. Now I don't quite have enough points yet to upgrade my weapon systems, so I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to hit the store, and we'll see what comes of that. See if there's anything in the store that I can use. Generic advertisements. So I could fix my hull. There's an automated reloader, which is a nice thing because that'll make my weapons fire faster. Advanced FTL navigation, that'll allow me to jump to systems faster. Not really super important right now. Crew teleporter, allow me to teleport to the enemy ship. Drone control. That'd be nice. But I just don't have... I mean, I could sell him this laser. But it's so much better than the one I have. I don't want to sell it. And if I sell this one, then I need to make sure I can put this one to effect immediately. Yeah, well, let me fix my hull. Jump up on some weapons. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stock up for now. And then will they buy, no they won't. I was going to see if they would buy my drone parts. It's not using them, so not interested. Alright. Next sector. Nothing here. On we go. Alright. You inform a nearby station of your flight from the rebels. They offer to outfit your ship with a weapon and wish you well. Very nice. Got lucky with that too, so now I've got an ion bomb. Now this only uses 1 power. So it might be worth it to upgrade if all I need to do is 1 power. It's going to cost me 35. And then I'll need to get another power here. And that'll also be pushing towards my new laser, so I'll probably do something like that. Just don't have the points for it right now. Alright, I'm going to head to the next sector. I'm going to go into a civilian-controlled set. I'm going to go to the pirates, because they usually have transporter tech, and since I have so many crew, I should be able to fight them off pretty easily. Somewhat isolated region was thrown into chaos at the start of the rebellion. Even in peacetime, it was always best by pirates, or beset by pirates, but now it's a house of center of operation for countless pirate fleets. Alright, so basically they're giving us a warning. As you can see, we jump into the system, and right away we've already got 2 distress beacons. So this could be a dangerous area, but we'll see. A ship without life forms within a certain asteroid field is giving off a distress beacon. Shall we investigate? Let's search. Find decaying remains of some kind of ship coated with ice or crystal. Use sense of crew aboard to explore. Near there, everything is either destroyed or unidentifiable, but one of the weapons appears salvageable, and there's a strange stasis pod that captures your eye. Looks like a massive asteroid is in direct collision course with the ship. You will have to pull your crew out, but they want to grab what they can first. What do they take? Take a weapon, or grab the stasis chamber? Well, shit. I'm gonna go with the weapon, just because I can sell it. Halberd beam. Okay. Scrap. I need to scrap it. Right, so let's check out this other distress beacon. You know what? Real quick though. Upgrade my weapons. So now if I pull one out of the med bay, put it here. Yeah, now my ion bomb is traveling up. Now this ion bomb, this will drain and lock systems. The only thing is it requires missiles to fire, so I'll probably use it very sparingly, if at all. But I have it if I need it. Alright. Okay. We found the source of distress while a small research station. It appears a small laboratory file got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppressant system is not responding. When you get these options in blue, it usually means that that's the one to take, because that one's going to have a better chance of succeeding. So I'm going to send my rock guy in. He tears through the airlock, disperses the fire, and he shuts it down. So with most of the fire under control, they're able to help secure the station. Look at all that scrap I got there. That's nice. And I got a weapon pre-igniter. Alright, so the weapon pre-igniter, what does that do? Weapons are made immediately available after an STL. That's nice. So that means I'll be able to jump right into combat as soon as I hit. Okay. Alright, so distress is taken care of. Let's move to the next sector. An essentially well-armed pirate ship. You're telling me, look at this. Double shields, super hull. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. So they want us to hand over a crew member. I'm not doing that, man. This is my crew. Now, it's very likely that I could die here. They're a well-equipped ship, but I'm not letting go of one of my crew, man. It's not what I do. It's not how I do it. Now, they don't have teleporting, but they do have 3 weapons. So what I'm going to do, since my weapons are ready immediately, is I'm going to target and smash their sensor, or their weapons array. And that should essentially give me the upper hand. And I'm going to hit him again in that same spot. Alright, so what I'm going to do too is I'm going to... shoot. They hit my shields with an ion weapon, which basically disables them. The thing is, I've also now disabled their weapons. Almost. You know, they can hit me with the ion weapon, but it doesn't do any damage. Problem is, I can't. Every miss with those shields is, or with the missiles are so costly. There we go. So now they're saying they'll surrender, take one of their slaves, and so I'll get Butters, who's good at shields. I got enough crew members, so they're gonna have to die. They're all gonna die. I'm gonna use this ion bomb and see about hitting their shields. Ion bomb takes forever to charge. Iron bomb is worthless. They've only got one more damage left. So I am taking some hits, but no real damage. The real damage I'm taking is I'm wasting way too many missiles. I'm just gonna stop using them. So they hit my O2, but I've got 2 people in there apparently already. I need one hit. I need one hit. I'm taking way too much hull damage. I gotta finish this guy off. There we go. So I took some damage, but I did get some nice scrap and fuel out of it. And a couple of my guys got injured, but it really wasn't that bad. So I'll send them to fix themselves up, and they'll be off and moving in a second. This I-bomb was pretty much worthless. But I'll try and find a shop somewhere in this sector and repair. Oh, so we got another ship. Alright, so this one we're not going to mess around. We're just going to hit them hard right from the get-go. So double up on weapons. Hit them quick, hit them hard. Alright, so their weapons are completely crippled. And we'll go after shields. Shields are crippled. Now what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to power up their FTL and escape, which is fine. So now they actually want to surrender. And they're offering, they're actually offering a pretty decent, amount of stuff to let them live. You know, I could definitely use those missiles. Yeah, I'm gonna take their offer because my hull needs to be repaired anyway, so I'll let them go. I'll let it go for this one time. Alright, nobody was hit, but I'm still waiting for my ship to charge. So in the meantime, while I wait, let's look here and see about weapon systems. So burst laser is going to take 4 power. Need one more of these to fully power all my weapons. So except I really don't want that weapon. Let's switch it to beam. Beam takes 3. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so okay. All right. I mean, for right now, I could fully power weapons. It's not going to help because I basically need I need more power. That's what it comes down to. If I get one more full power, I'll be able to. I think here. Let me see here. So if I do. It's just scrap is like super important in the game, right? So not enough power. I've got 3 there. So if I take away power from weapon or med bay, I can fully power this burst shield. Now this shield's going to hit a lot harder than the other shield is going to hit, or the other shield, the other laser's going to hit. So hopefully that'll work for us in the future. And of course the store views, but not a big deal. I'm going to try and jump to at least 2 places before I hit that store and see what I can find here. So it says you find a mercenary for hire at this beacon. Their unique skills can sometimes prove to be useful. I could hire them to delay the rebels. I could hire them to scout. I could fight them. You know, I'm all. I kind of want to test out my new gun. But my ship is weak. You know, oh, screw it. Let's fight him. You know what? You only live once, and this game is pretty painful and unforgiving. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna full-on target their lasers, and then let's have a little fun with shields, and hopefully we can just destroy them right off the bat. That was a great opening salvo. Severely disabled them to start with. They still got 1 weapon, but let's see. Now we've already hit them super hard to begin with. They want to give us fuel, drones, and peace. I don't need drone parts. The scrap's okay. My fuel's okay, so I'm gonna hit them again because I need their scrap. Come on, guys, hit them again. Hit them again. Oh, I lost the laser. Son of a bitch. Look at my weapon system. Still got repairs. Hit him. Done. Alright. So the ship explodes. I got some better scrap out of it. Still got some gas. Got another piece of, got another missile. So, it's alright. I like how the rock guy fixes things by basically just beating his fist against it. Alright, so we're going to send these guys to the med bay to heal themselves up real quick. As you use these characters, they get more proficient in the areas they're in, and then they'll give you bonuses in those areas. So right now we don't have anybody quite there yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Alright. So let's see, we jump. Hopefully get to this store. The only thing within scanning range is an abandoned mining structure. Therefore, they're marauders. That's fine because we're trying to get to the store, get our hull repaired, and then stuff some of these extra weapons we're gonna need. So let's see what they got. They got drone control, which is awesome. Comes with a combat drone. All right, so let's fix our hull. That's first. And now let's sell the stuff that we're not going to use. So we're definitely going to sell this bomb. And let's see here. Thinking we sell these two weapons. Actually, I really, if I could, I'd like to keep both of these lasers. And then if I could actually have both of the lasers up at the same time, I mean, that's a lot of damage going very quickly, especially with this pre-ignited. We're talking about 8 shots and a missile in my first attack, and that's going to happen instantly as soon as I attack them. That is a lot of damage to try to overcome that quickly. So I think I'm going to hang tight with what I got. Unfortunately, I am 1 point below the drone control here. Which bothers me, because if I could get that drone a coal, I could get a system repair bot in there too. But whatever, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna stock up, get some fuel, clean them out on missiles, close this up, go into my ship. I can't buy another bar here, but I can buy another power bar, help to step my ship up. I'd also like to get up to 2 shield barriers, which isn't too bad. That's going to be a few more points, but it won't be too bad. I thought I sent these guys to heal. Oh, that's right, I have the med bay off. Well, now it's powered up again. Alright, return to their safe positions. So yeah, ideally if I could put 2 more points into here and have just crazy power, that would be amazing. Let's see what we can do. You got a lot of aspirations. The game certainly gives you a lot of different things that you want to do. I definitely don't want to fly into a nebula. Well, screw it. Intruders. Yeah. So this is what you get when you get the nebula. So basically, people have jumped into my ship. I only see 1 so far, and I'm gonna send Rock Dude in there to handle him. I'm also gonna send the Praying Mantis in there. So now 3 of us are just gonna beat the junk out of this guy. Oh, there's more than 1. So eventually I might have to take this guy out. He starts getting injured. So I'll pull him out. Take these 2, put them in there. Everybody's getting healed. With this many crew member, that wasn't a real threat. You know, if it had been 3 or 4 rock guys, then I would have had a problem. But with this many crew, I can just keep rotating in. Healing, rotating in, and it's not even an issue. So that's kind of the way it is. But I mean, you almost never get lucky with this many crew, though. I mean, I got 7 crew members. You'd be lucky to get 4 on most playthroughs. But that's what makes the game interesting. You know, it's constantly, changing. It's different. I'm just trying to see if I go here. Let's see if we have a couple options. So once you arrive, your screen lights up warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they're trying to shut down your engines. So they haven't shut down my engines, but they've stopped my engines. So I'm not going to be able to evade as effectively. They do have 2 transport slots, but I only see 3 crew members, so I'd be surprised if they actually sent people over. What they don't know is that I've got weapons that attack immediately, so that's not going to be any fun for them. But they do have some good shields, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, they're not going to... Oh, no, they did. They sent somebody over. Oh, that's fine. He's going to die. Come on. Alright, so their weapons have been completely disabled. They've disabled my too, but I've now destroyed them, so. Almost killed them, my crew. Send the pilot in there to take care of that. He's got that fixed. The O2 in the ship is gone. Okay, good. I was like, oh, my people are all going to start to suffocate, so that's not good. So, praying mantis. So what did I get? Did I even get anything from that? I didn't even work. I think I got some scrap, which is fine. Which is just fine. So I'm going to hit this distress beacon. This will probably be my last stop before I jump out of this sector. So, you locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease is spread violently. They're setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out, so I can send my crew member to prevent the riot, send my enemy to combat the infected. I'm going to send the rock. It's unlikely that he was, susceptible to the immune system. He's able to intimidate the workers to set up a quarantine. The leaders offer a reward and assure you that they'll try to find a cure as soon as possible. So they give me 4 missiles, which is huge. That's really nice. And 18 scrap. So I'm pretty happy with that. That'll allow me to hopefully, let's see, I gotta open this up a little bit more. I need one more here. Just don't have it yet. Right, that's all I need in order to get this laser up and going. I guess I need 2 more there. Well, can I get the shield? Can I get the shield up? Looks like almost. Well, if I take the power out of the med deck, fully power the shields, that'll give me an extra bubble. Nice. I just might have to divert power here at some point, but that's okay. For right now, double shields into the next sector is a good deal. Let's see. Alright, next sector. I'm hailed. They want to trade. Give me 5 fuel for 2 drone parts. Absolutely. I'm not using drone parts this run, it looks like, so I'll take it into the next sector. So now I've got the choice between the Engi homeworlds and a slug control nebula. I'm going to go with the Engi because I have one of their crew on my ship, so that might afford me some options to use him to get some better deals and things like that. Alright, so let's see here. So there's a store right off of that, which, pisses me off when they do that because I don't have any scrap to even try and make a deal with them. There's nothing here. And another store, naturally. Oh, look how many stores there are here, man. Killing me. Okay, so you receive a distress call. I'm going to move into assist. And let's see, you receive another message from the ship, this time with a mantis at the comm log. EL sensors indicate the ship is moving. Right, so as you can see, 2 people just jumped on the ship, which is fine. We could fight them off. But what we have to try and do is attack the correct system. So let's see, they've got drone. It looks like it's a defense drone. So I'm going to target their weapons. And shit, they got 3 shields, man. Oh, that's not helpful because I can't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't attack them with missiles because they have one of these defense drones up. That's just going to shoot the missiles out of the air. So I'm just going to have to hope that my lasers are enough. Like this. Right, so I am doing some damage there. See if you can kill my rock guy. Oh, these assholes. Oh my god, I mean, I've sent so many people after these losers. And they just don't want to die. Can we kill them, please? Thank you. Alright, so I've done essentially no damage to their ship while they've just been pelting mine with bullets. And they killed one of my crew members. So this is going to be a tough one for me to overcome. They're hitting the ship really hard. They hit my O2 now, so my crew is essentially suffocating. And we're trying to fix that. But this could be the end here. It's going to be a tough one to get over. I can't even use my... It's just not. Stop with fire. I'm trying to get lucky and hit him, but this is a battle. Which I might not win. Alright. Well, I'm going to jump out of there. I took a lot of damage, but I managed to save, only lose one guy, and jump right into another battle. These guys are trying to escape, though, and they don't have a drone to protect them, so this is a better fight for me. It's still going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but it's a better fight. I'll actually be able to do a little damage. Got that one. Let's see, 128. Let's get ahead of the fleet. So that, you know, that was not the best turn of events there. My crew's definitely going to be licking their wounds. My ship's hurt. But really, I can go to a shop. I'll pretty much get that taken care of. Anybody else hurting a little bit? Oh, looks like everybody's good. So yeah, I mean, I could go to a, you know, another store and probably get that taken care of. Okay, let's see here. So they've got crew members, which, I mean, I just lost one, but I don't know if my crew members. Apparently I can't fix all the damage that's been done. I don't have the money. I'll refill myself up to 75%. Two missiles that that's it. That's all I can do for right now. Hopefully I'll get a little bit more. I'll get a little bit luckier out here scouting. Small rebel ship. There's no transporters. Let's see. So they're not trying to run away, and since I'm low on missiles, I'm just going to use one missile to start it off. And after that, I'm going to just deactivate the missiles. I'll reactivate them, but I'm not, you know, I'm basically just going to try attacking with just the one gun, the one laser. Get enough hits in where Hopefully I can kill the guy in here trying to repair the weapons with my next salvo. And then I'll have to scramble somebody else out. Or they'll ask me. Come on, really? Alright. Come on. Gun takes forever to charge. Alright, so now their weapons are completely disabled. So they're trying to fix that. I'm actually going to switch to another area of the ship. See if I can scatter them a bit. Bring their O2 down. So now, yeah, now they're super upset. 6 gas, 7 missiles, and 8 scrap. Absolutely. Right now. Alright, so that's good. That was a fortunate turn of events there. I really don't want to leave this system yet because because I got my ass handed to me in that first spot. I thought I was going to be able to pull that out, but this is actually very fortuitous here. So they want to trade scrap for drone parts, and I'm not using drone parts in this playthrough, so they can have all my drone parts. So now I get a bunch of drone parts, or a bunch of scrap, I should say. And man, I want that. I want the weapons to be better, but I just can't do that right now. So I'm gonna get one more power bar here, so I can fully power my weapon. Oh, I thought it was. One more of those, fully power my ship. As you can see here, I got a little star on this guy now, so my weapons will charge 15% faster, which is nice. You know, as you get. Where's my... Oh, that's the guy that died. Is my engine guy. Well, let's see. Anybody have any engine experience? My engineer died. Well, you're the new engineer, buddy. Okay. Rather not jump out quite yet. Let me... An abandoned space station. Here we go. Very nice. Let's jump again. Let's go here. See if we got anything. You're immediately contacted by a settlement. Your ship's to be asked for combat. Here to keep up the mercenary work. Listen to the offer. Okay, they want us to convince their friends that they've made a poor damage. Okay, so let me accept this. Just be sure not to blow them up. It's a decently outfitted ship. So they have a plasma shield and regular shield. So the plasma shield is a one-time deal. So you burn through that, then you burn through normal shields. So what we're gonna do, we're going to attack their weapons and their shields. We did some good damage there. The next attack should be the one that gets them out. Alright, so their plasma shields are gone. They've critically damaged my engines naturally. I've damaged their shields and weapons. Alright, so we've hurt them enough. We're gonna let them live. They've given us 35 more scrap and hull missiles. So that's a good trade-off. We take some damage, not a crazy amount. We just weren't fully repaired, so it is what it is. I'm gonna let these guys repair the ship while I look here. So nice. If I could get 2 lasers up and running. Screw it, we're gonna try for it at least. So I need one more power to do that. So if I take well, let me go send these 2 guys to the med bay first. if I take the power out of them, then I should be able to fully power up both burst lasers. Now I also have hull missiles, which, you know, it's very similar to the ones that I have here, except they'll do more damage. So, we'll see about bringing that out. Let me see here. No, I don't want the hull missiles. Okay, so this is not going to do it. Let's see. Take the hull missiles off. Take the Artemis missiles off. Let's see if that helps. Now I'm going to put the Artemis back in. Probably won't use it, but it'll be there just in case I need it. And if I need one for medbay, I can figure that out as it goes. Alright, well, it's been real in this system, but I can't really stay any longer. So, we've arrived. We've jumped into the Antimatter. Let's see, a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage drifts by your screens. You can see the remains of dying ships sparkling and breaking apart. It's hard to determine the combat is worth without closer investigation. So let's see what's going on. Scan the battlefield and find little remains. Okay. Well, thought maybe I'd find some scrap, but no dice. Alright, next sector. We're going into a civilian sector again, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better. And we jump right into it. Right into a nebula, which essentially doesn't help us at all. Alright. Oh, this whole area is nebula. So that's going to slow down the ship from following us somewhat, but I can't, looks like I can't, I don't have a lot of power. Which sucks ass. I really don't have enough power to do a lot of stuff. Power up my Artemis. Now they should still be dealing with the same kind of problems that I'm dealing with, so hopefully I can make short working. Because this nebula is draining my power, as well as if I can just kind of shut them down quick enough. Come on, let's hit their shielding. Shield. Their weapons. Yeah, their weapons are red now, so they're not going to do any damage, but could be better. Could be worse. The next shot's going to take him. Come on. Fire. There we go. And 2 gas, drone parts, some scrap. It's cool. Now if I look at my ship, you know what, I'm going to save that for right now. Let's try to jump out of this nebula here. That's not what I can do. I gotta jump out of the nebula before I can make my weapon switch. Alright, sensors are picking up a distress call on an encrypted Federation channel. We gotta help. Gotta help. So they do have transporters, but they only have 4 people on the ship, so they're probably going to send one over. In the meantime, though, full power to shields, full power to weapons, and full power to engines. They're going to come and attack, and that's fine. So I'm going to double burst laser their ass. Hit there, and trip. And they're sending proximity mines and all sorts of stuff out. I want to send people in there to fix that problem. See, this should be getting rid of the fire for us. Yeah, there we go. It's gone. So I can close this down and return station. Jeez, man. How are they sending people? There's nobody left on the ship. Well, that's how it goes. Anyway, that was a pretty good run. I probably could have done more to save the ship at the end there, but you know, it is what it is, man. It does hurt a little bit because there's no save. It's a permadeath situation, but it's all good. I mean, it's still a fun game to play. That was one of my better playthroughs. This ship just had triple shields. My FTL was still charging, so I couldn't jump away. It's interesting though because they did send all of their people over onto my ship, and I killed 2 of them, and there was only 1 left on their ship, I think. So, or maybe there was 2 left on their ship. But anyway, that's Faster Than Light. Fun game. I definitely recommend it. Going through it is an enjoyable experience, and you know, see if you can beat my score. 1363 shouldn't be too hard. All right, guys. Until next time. This is Pyro, Team ESG. Later.